My name is Dinkar H. Pophali. I am the resident of Nagpur and due to profession I shifted to Saoner, a place about 22 miles from Nagpur. From my early childhood, I had a fancy for God realization. And it kept on, I kept it and it went on increasing, and by the time I was about 35 or 36 years old, I was restless about having a perfect master to guide me. Eventually I came across Sadguru Pasani Maharaj. I had a meeting with him which lasted for about 2 hours. I narrated my history to him and I wanted that he should guide me in God realization. I told what I was doing then and the books which I was studying and the prayers which I was offering to God and the way in which I had my approach towards God. He said, "You go on, you are following the right path and I need not add any burden upon you. You go on." I wanted that he should take my responsibility upon himself to guide me, but he anyhow avoided, and the meeting came to a close and he gave me the blessings and some prasad and we parted. Thereafter, about 1 or 2 years later, I came across a devotee of Meher Baba who had come to Saoner, a place, a village near about Saoner. He was keeping silence there, and when I heard that sadhu had come from Meher Baba and that he was keeping silence, silence was a thing unheard of in those days in my time. And naturally I had curiosity to see him. When I approached him, he said, "Well, I am not a saint, but I have got a master in Meher Baba and he has got his own literature. You are well educated, you can acquaint yourself with the literature and you can approach Meher Baba by correspondence. He gave me some pamphlets and a copy of Meher Baba journal at that time. I took it with me. Then, after some time, I went home. After taking my meals, I read the pamphlet and also the discourses, the volume of discourses which the devotee of Baba, whose name was Vibhuti. His name was Vibhuti. Then, when I went home, returned home, I went through that pamphlet and discourse of Meher Baba. Just after reading that discourse and pamphlet, I was convinced that the writer of this pamphlet and journal, Meher Baba, he was the perfect master, and I have found my perfect master in him. I was fully satisfied that after reading it, that he is a man who can guide me and take responsibility upon himself. The next day then, I started correspondence with Meher Baba. I received the reply from him that Baba is pleased with you, he knows you, and he is ready to guide you, provided you obey him in all respects. Then the correspondence went on for about 3 years. I was then running a center of Meher Baba at Saoner and giving him a monthly or quarterly reports about the work which I was doing. Mainly I was explaining the discourses of Meher Baba to my friends in the center. And thereafter I knew that Baba did not like anyone to say that I want to have your darshan or to see you. I also resolved on my part that unless Baba calls me, I will not write to Baba that I want to see you or take your darshan. Happily, in 1942, the call came from Baba that Baba wants that you should come if you are prepared on the following conditions, and there were miscellaneous conditions. I wrote that I am prepared, and then in 1942, the first meeting of Meher Baba we had for about a week. And thereafter, every 2 or 3 years, I had company of Meher Baba along with others. When about 50 to 200 and 400 Baba's devotees, Deshmukh was always our companion in those meetings and Sahwas with Baba. So, naturally, about 15 to 16 meetings I had with Baba, and in Andhra Darshan program, I had an occasion to live in the company of Baba for about a fortnight. Thereafter, Baba in 1944 had come to Saoner. He stayed with us, and I had arranged a darshan program there at Saoner, wherein about 10,000 persons had the advantage of having Baba's darshan. Thereafter, Baba again visited Saoner, my place, in 1953, when about 20 to 30,000 persons had the advantage of meeting Baba and of being in his company. Baba was there at our place for 4 days there. In fact, Baba liked me and my family very much. He always talked of me and my family among his close disciples, and they also wondered that Baba is so very pleased with you. How do you explain that Baba is so much pleased with you? I said that Baba knows why he is so much pleased with me. And till the last day, I am every year, every day finding myself closer and closer to Baba as he really is, in my opinion. In fact, I now in a position to say confidently that if I continue my approach to Baba as I am now having it, there is certainty that I will reach the goal which I had formed in my childhood, namely that of self-realization.
How old are you now?
How old are you? How old are you? How many years are you?
I was about 10 to 15 years old when I had occasion to see and meet Tajuddin Baba at Nagpur. Then Tajuddin Baba lived with one Raja Raghuji Rao, who was a nominal king at Nagpur. He was the host of Tajuddin Baba, and he had given a car to Tajuddin Baba to have a walk in the city. Tajuddin Baba used to sit with folded hands in the car, and people in the streets used to touch his feet. Baba never gave an answer to anyone, nor talked with anyone. But Tajuddin Baba sit silently in his place, and people used to touch his feet and have his darshan. It was about 1916 or 17 that my wife had an occasion to see Tajuddin Baba. She was very ill at one time, and she was taken to Tajuddin Baba at the instance of some devotees of Baba. Tajuddin Baba took her on his lap and patted her, and she naturally got cured within a very short period of her very serious illness. Then she had also an occasion to see Narayan Maharaj many times. Narayan Maharaj was adored and held in high esteem by my father-in-law, and so my wife also had many occasions to see Narayan Maharaj and Tajuddin Maharaj.
Wait.
No. Narayan Maharaj used to come to Kamti, a place near Nagpur, at his devotee's place, D. Lakshmi Narayan, Mr. D. Lakshmi Narayan, whose benefactory, he devoted the whole of his estate to Narayan Maharaj, of about over 30 lakhs to Nagpur University, and there is a technological college at Nagpur, engineering college, in his memory, D. Lakshmi Narayan. He was very pet disciple of Narayan Maharaj, this D. Lakshmi Narayan, and my father-in-law and my wife used to visit Narayan Maharaj many times. I had no personal knowledge about Narayan Maharaj. I didn't see him. I only had a meeting with Upasani Maharaj. With Narayan Maharaj, my wife had many occasions to see him.
I see. And what happened? What did Narayan Maharaj say to the family, to your wife?
Narayan Maharaj gave prasad, often gave prasad to my wife and my father-in-law, and they had darshan occasionally. Both Kurun, annually he used to come to Kamti, and the members of my father-in-law's family had occasion to see him and meet him and have his darshan also. Now my age is 76. When I had first contact with Baba, Baba said, I will guide you. After the first meeting with Baba, I requested Baba to give the orders so that I would be able to obey his orders. Baba said, why do you care? It is my business. I will give orders when I like. Then after about 6 months, he sent his own disciple with a cover of orders from Ahmednagar to my place at Saoner. I received the orders, and the orders related mainly to seclusion, silence, and Baba's utterance of Baba's name. The orders I executed at my own residential place, because for silence, Baba said there is no need to go into solitude anywhere beyond your house. If you have got any room in the house, it is sufficient. But you carry on the orders. The order, when I begin to carry on the orders, I used to enter into my room at about 5 in the morning and get out of it at 7 in the evening, say about 14 hours. And initially I was not used to silence and for meditation at so long a time. Therefore, in the early stages, I used even to sleep. After initial recovery, then I had no necessity for sleeping also. Everything went on smoothly, and so I carried out Baba's orders as he desired. Baba's standing order is to obey my orders so long as you are alive and try your best to obey my orders. And his lifelong order, which he gave me, is that you have to tell my secret of my teaching to those who happen to meet you and those who you think are deserving, that they should know what Baba's teaching really is. That is Baba's order, which I will execute till I am alive. Baba told me that you have to do this service as long as you are alive.
Go ahead. Sorry.
In 1942, I had first meeting with Baba. I approached Baba with a view that I will have God relation with the guidance which I will be receiving from Baba. On the first meeting, Baba inquired about my whereabouts, about my circumstances of my profession, my family, my income, and in fact everything relating to me. I told my whole history to Baba, and then Baba said, well, you have come here, but what do you want? You want my guidance. In what respect? What do you want from me? I said, Baba, I want God realization and nothing short of that. Baba at once put his finger in his mouth. Oh, God realization? But are you prepared for that? I asked Baba, what do you mean, Baba? When you say that, are you prepared? What preparation is needed? Baba said, you have to obey my orders. And even if you die in obeying the orders, never mind, but not to disobey the order. I said, Baba, orders, to obey the orders is not very difficult thing. He said, no, my orders are not ordinary orders. Then I asked Baba, what is the nature of the orders which I will have to obey? Baba said, well, if I ask you, leave the whole family and come to me. If I ask you, you stop your profession and obey me. If I ask you, leave everything, profession and family, and go to the forest and forever never visit your own place nor your family. Well, I may order you to fast and live on milk, or go in jail, or go in forest, and in fact anything like that. I may even order you to jump into the well or to jump into the burning fire. Are you prepared for that? The point is, I must have guarantee that I will have God realization. Baba said, that is up to me. I will see that you get God realization. Are you prepared to obey me? I said, Baba, it is on my part. I will, without fault, obey all your orders so long as alive. I will never disobey your orders. Baba said, then you stay here with me for 5 days. All these are Mandali are here with me, and thereafter we will see. I stayed with Baba, and when I was to return, I again met Baba and asked for the orders. Baba said, well, it is my business to give orders whenever I like. You don't worry about that. You go to your place and continue to run the center which you are already doing, and you carry on your own things of profession and family as you are doing heretofore. Then after about 6 months, Baba sent an envelope giving orders as I have already told. This is the first meeting with Baba in 1942. At the end of the year 1952, Baba came second time to my place, Saoner. Before that, a day before that, I had an unusual experience in my dream, and that was several monkeys were cleaning the streets of my town, and they had one leader, say their captain, who supervised their work. I asked that leader, well, what is all this fun? Why are these monkeys sweeping the whole streets of the town? That captain monkey said, well, don't you know? Our master, Meher Baba, is going to come tomorrow here. It is your duty to see that very healthy conditions and sanitation is being looked after by us. We are doing our duty, they are doing their duty. There is nothing curious about that. Then next day Baba came. And I narrated the whole history to Baba just when he was sitting in front of a temple, Maruti temple. Maruti is God who is the disciple of Avatar Ram. Just before that temple, Baba was taking the seat, and I narrated these incidents to Baba. Simply laughed